Welcome to this session. Here we will learn about CentOS and setup it. But before starting setup process, I want to let you know why it's necessary and recommended to learn about CentOS. As you guys know that companies are moving more and more toward cloud, and it's Linux that dominates 90% of cloud. So in this scenario, the name of Red Hat Enterprise Linux, abbreviated as RHEL, comes at the top of the list that provides its exclusive service to its customer as an CSP, cloud service provider. But it's a proprietary stuff. You have to pay for it. But fortunately, the same RHEL community built that CentOS with the same source code so that you can practice that RHEL environment and do some hand-on stuff. In this way, you can also get job as CSP, or you can also work for cybersecurity domain like SOC that is mostly now based on cloud. So let's start the tutorial. Here I wrote some requirements for the installation process in virtual environment. You will need a CentOS. We will pursue for latest version, 2 core of CPU, 4 gig RAM, and 30 gig free space. You will also need a virtualization setup that I have made a separate video for it. You can check this I button if you need that tutorial. So how to install that ISO image file? Here I open my browser, search for CentOS download. Here comes download link. Now it's showing us CentOS Linux 7 version. We'll pursue for it. We ain't gonna pursue for Extreme stuff. We're gonna pursue for CentOS 7 version. It's giving us option for the specific architecture. You have to know about your architecture. Like mine is x64, so I'm gonna click it. And here it's giving a lot of menu. You can choose any of this. I'm gonna pursue for the first one. As I click this, now it's giving a setup process. So I'm gonna click for the first one. Here it will install that CentOS ISO image. If you are good with torrent, you can also use torrent. Here I click the first one. Now it start installing. It will take some time. Let me skip the video. As you can see here, the installation of ISO image is completed here. So now let's set up our virtual environment. I open my VirtualBox. Click new. Name that CentOS. I think the CentOS is automatically configured that to Linux and right. I'm going to change my directory. If you need to change, you can change. I used to change it, so I am changing. Click next. 4 GB RAM, 3 core CPU, 40 gig of virtual disk. Click finish. And now we're gonna set some other setting stuff. Click advanced. Flag that to bidirectional. Fill this video memory. Now in storage, you click empty. Flag that disk and choose that disk file. Open. Now it's enter. Oh. Alright. Now click start. So here's the CentOS. It will take some time to boot that. Let me close this window. It's giving an option to install CentOS or test this media, then install it later. I'm going to pursue for the first one. It's checking that ISO image file. It will take some time, not more than 2 to 3 minutes. So yeah, the checking is completed and it's going to boot now. As I used to skip such stuff like checking, installing, where nothing is to show you and teach you. So I just skip that process. Alright. Here the installer is ready. Well, it's showing English as a default setting. I'm okay with it. You can change it if you want. Now I'm gonna click continue. We will click capture to use mouse in that virtual machine. Now again gonna click continue. Now it's showing other stuff too. You can set up with your desire, but I'm gonna pursue with default setting right now. Local media is showing minimal installation, so let me change it to GNOME desktop. I love GNOME. Done. Let me on my Ethernet connection. It's not necessary. If you don't have internet right now, you can leave it. Select that this, click done. Now begin installation. It's giving us option to create a user right now, or we can create it later. I'm creating it raw. Double click on done. I'm gonna give same root password. Well, installation will take time. I'm gonna skip this process, right? To move out of this virtual machine with our cursor, I have to click a right side control button. Now I can move out. Alright, so you have to use this practice. Here you can see that the installation is completed and is asking for reboot. But before moving ahead, I want to say if you like the video and find it helpful, so please hit the subscribe button. It will help us to reach more people. And don't forget to give a thumbs up. I click here reboot. It will take some time, like 2 to 3 minutes. Go for the first one. So here it's asking for accepting their license as it's free. I click accept and now clicking done. It's already on. Now click finish configuration. So here I have to insert that password that I created for this user. So here's the first view of CentOS. Next, mm, next. No, I don't want to give location service. No, skip. Start using CentOS. Here you can check this tutorial and stuff to know more about CentOS. You can also go for these link and stuff to set up it yourself. Let me end the video as it's going longer now. So how to power off this? Here I click here, then I click this power off button, and then click on power off. In this way it will power off. Alright, now it's shutting down.